Yes, hi everybody and welcome to the SA Sports Show. My name is Barry Curtin and I have got a very special guest as my co-host this evening. Please welcome James Fantasia. Hi,
Thanks,
mate.
Barry. Well, what a thrill to be here. I'm filling in for the great Phil Smythe.
Well, he's here because Ranella got beaten. He's not here. He takes off when Ranella get beat. He goes. He just takes off. Great to see you, mate.
Yeah,
you've got a very big weekend coming up with the footy club.
Yes, we have. We go into a finals campaign, and our boys were able to finish third on the ladder.
Yeah.
We'll take on Adelaide.
Yeah, which was a bit talking of Nord. I think in the first month and a bit of the season, we were going, oh, Nord, they're a bit dodgy, but boy, their last half of the year has been outstanding.
They have, and it's been the growth in the group, I think, that really, is and it's reward for effort. And those early games, we were in and around the mark, I think. And but the nature of the competition, Barry, and we'll speak to some guests today, but it really has been absolutely tight between top and bottom the whole year.
That's true. It's so good, mate. We've got a very big show, and I'm really happy that you're here. We're going to talk the Southern Footy League. We're talking about the finals hotting up. Wow, well, their finals start this weekend, and that's a really goodie. We're going to talk SANFL anyway a bit later on with Luke Marchioro, who always joins us. But we've got a couple of really good guests. So Stewie O'Grady's coming in.
Wow, Stewie. I mean, how about Stewie? Not only what he's done, but now he moves into this administrative role, and
that's right.
It's a whole different caper. And I tell you what, we're all looking forward to the tour down under.
Oh, absolutely, mate. It's one of my favourite events is the tour down under. He's the new race director, so he's gone out and had to pick the course and all that sort of thing. I'm really looking forward to catching up with him. A young lass who has been elevated into the Lightning squad, Brooke Basham, is going to join us. Another one who's a good story, good South Australian story.
Yep.
Who's been a local girl who's been elevated.
That's very
great. Yeah. And mate, what about the Adelaide Avalanche? This is a great story.
That's a good sports story. Really looking forward to catching up with these young men because they'll be able to give us an insight.
Yeah, I mean, I think the year before this year, the first year of the PHL, the Professional Hockey League, I gather that is, they've won the flag.
In its inaugural year, which is amazing.
Yeah, which is quite amazing, given they come off a season before 0-27. Didn't win a game.
That's just
and they go into a national league. Well, it is, mate, but it's also there's reasons behind it,
let's find out
and reasons which we speak about a lot, which is the culture and whatever of a club. This has changed, and they're a great couple of fellas, and we're looking forward to catching up with them in the show as well. And of course, Jared Wright, South Adelaide coach.
Yes. He's
going to pop his head in as well. So
and
disappointing end to the year there, but they had their reasons why.
Absolutely, they had a tough year. And again, we go back to the closest of the competition. It doesn't take much to unsettle it, but he's done an amazing job with that group. And I know we worry about South Adelaide. Let me put it that way.
Well, that's right. Well, they played in the last two prelims, so they're up and about, that's for sure. So that's a big show coming up, mate, and I'm really looking forward to it. And also, I must have mentioned a couple of Aussies doing pretty well overseas. To the two boys who made the top 30 in the FedEx Cup, Adam Scott and Cam Smith. They're playing for 20 million.
Amazing, isn't it?
Coming up in a week or so or whatever in the Tour Championship. It's about 20 million they'll walk away with. So, I played for $2. I played for $2.50 last Saturday on the golf course.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's a different league.
Big show coming up. Thank you very much for joining us. Really looking forward to getting started. But right now, let's go to Millie and for all the sports news.
Hi everyone and welcome back to what has been a very emotional and monumental week in sport. So let's get into it. It was an emotional start to last weekend for Port Adelaide fans when they saluted club legend Robbie Gray in his final game of his career. After a 16-year AFL career, Robbie Gray announced his retirement from football earlier last week, but ensuring fans it would be a showdown to remember, and boy did he and the team deliver. Gray was off to a perfect start in his final match as he appeared to take a mark inside 50 before handballing it to Todd Marshall, allowing him to kick his first goal for the game. But it was Gray's own shot at goal that sent the crowd wild, with many tears shed by die-hard fans. It was Port's fourth biggest showdown win since against the home rivals Adelaide Crows, managing to finish with a final score of 111-55. As we look back at Robbie Gray's career, he can be remembered as being named the club's best and fairest player 3 times in a row from 2014 to 2016, 4-time All-Australian player, awarded 5 showdown medals, played 270 games and kicked 366 goals in his career. Gray recently announced he had been finding it hard to recover from the demands of the game, including persistent knee injuries to his right side. Although this is the end of the season and the career of Robbie Gray, his son Aston could be a name that pops up in the not-so-distant future, so keep your eyes peeled. From everyone here at the SA Sports Show, congratulations, Robbie, on what has truly been an amazing career. Four-time premiership coach Alistair Clarkson has signed on to lead North Melbourne Football Club for the next 5 years. The Kangaroos have not finished higher than 9th spot since 2018 and have endured a tumultuous 2 years, leading to the departure of coach David Noble in July. Clarkson stated in a press conference late last week that sentiment did play some part in his decision when signing with the side, a deal that has many reported saying it is worth $1.5 million a season. The four-time All-Australian coach represented North Melbourne in 93 games between 1987 to 1995, scoring 61 goals for the club. Clarkson hopes to turn North Melbourne around, who unfortunately haven't qualified for finals since 2016, and again will take home the wooden spoon for this season, which is 2 years in a row. But with Clarkson's track record, I'm sure the Kangaroos will be in pristine condition in no time. The AFLW season has kicked off this week with the Adelaide Crows playing tonight at home against Melbourne, and Saturday is welcoming Port Adelaide's first female side into the competition when they take on West Coast. With recent expansions of the game, fans from every state can now attend local derbies at major stadiums, including the SCG, the Gabba, Optus Stadium and Adelaide Oval. Key highlights of the season's fixtures include the third annual AFLW Indigenous rounds across rounds 3 and 4, featuring the first ever AFLW Dreamtime match between Essendon and Richmond, as well as Pride round held in round 8. All season matches will be broadcasted live on 7 Network, Fox Footy, KO and streamed live via the official AFL app, so head on over to support the local teams. There have been some interesting scenes down in Tasmania as former Australian Test captain Tim Payne has been preparing to make his long-awaited return to competitive cricket by secretly training with Tasmanian Sheffield Shield squad this month. The 37-year-old has not played professional cricket since he stood down from the former Test captaincy in November last year, after it was revealed he had sent explicit messages to a former Cricket Tasmania employee late 2017. Payne stepped away from the cricket to focus on his mental well-being ahead of the 2022 Ashes series, with Australian bowler Pat Cummins replacing him as Test skipper. Although not under contract by Cricket Tasmania, the veteran gloveman has been given permission to join Tasmania's pre-season as long as he works with the Sheffield Shield team to get where he wants to be. The season goes underway in early October of this year. And before I head to an ad break, some huge congratulations are in order to one of the SA Sports Show legends and last week's guest, Callum Peters, who took out the 80-kilogram category for Australia in the Golden Gloves Boxing Championships held in Brisbane last week. The win comes off the back of his silver medal at the Commonwealth Games held in Birmingham last month. So a big congratulations to Callum. We can't wait to see what you achieve in the months to come. That is all the news I have for you this week. I'm Millie Walters and we'll be right back for more on the SA Sports Show.